When you love racing like we do, you deserve more than just a place to sleep. You deserve a great place to stay. And that's exactly what you'll get with the Holiday Inn Express, the Hampton Inn, and the fully renovated Red Roof Inn and Suites, all in Wilkesboro. Enjoy award-winning Southern hospitality, comfortable and spacious rooms with a complimentary breakfast. But the fun doesn't stop there. Take in the beauty of our back roads and the richness of our history. Whether you're here for the excitement of the races or the beauty of our countryside, we're ready to welcome you back.
The 1915 combines rich history with timeless charm. From intimate gatherings to full-day rentals, we provide the perfect backdrop for your most cherished moments. With indoor and outdoor options, bridal and groom suites, every detail is crafted just for you. Make your wedding unforgettable at the 1915, Wilkesboro's historic wedding venue, where your story begins.
Closed captions for this episode of Life in Wilkes is brought to you by Deal Insurance Agency in Wilkesboro, an award-winning, experienced, family-owned and operated agency with service and coverage that goes above and beyond expectations. Join us on a captivating journey as we explore the charm, history, and vibrant culture of Wilkes County. Discover the hidden gems, inspiring stories, and remarkable people that make Wilkes a place worth knowing and celebrating. Join us now as we experience the unique essence of Life in Wilkes.
Welcome, Jeff Walker, and welcome, Jill Starr. So glad to have you here today. And we're going to talk about something special that happens in Wilkes County every summer, and that is the Wilkes Playmakers production of Tom Dooley, a Wilkes County Legend. So, Jeff, what will be your part in the play?
This year I am Tom Dooley.
Wow, excellent. And Jill, how about you?
Laura Foster.
And tell us who Laura Foster is.
Laura Foster was a young girl that lived in Happy Valley. And her main objective is to find true love.
Tell me a little bit about Tom Dooley.
Tom was a young man that had a wild streak throughout his life. He fought in the war. He went to fight.
Which war?
Civil War, yes,
right.
The Civil War on the Confederate side. Went and fought for his family and went and fought for his rights. He got caught in a love triangle with two women, which would be Ann and Laura.
Let's talk about the story or the legend of Tom Dooley. It's actually a true story. Over the years, I think it's, there's the Melton side of the family, and there's the Dooley side of the family, and everybody else kind of had their own interpretation of what happened. So we call it a legend because there are court records of the trial, but of actually what happened, and some of that is hearsay. So can you tell us more about that story?
Ann was Tom's ride or die throughout his life. Tom knew Ann since he's very young. He loved Ann. When Tom went off the war, he came back and found Ann married to another man, which hurt him. And a lot of times when people are hurt, they want to hurt the other person. And during all that, he turned around and there was Laura standing, and Laura had grown up. Tom knew Laura as a young girl, but hadn't really ever paid much attention till she grown up, and she was beautiful and she was kind, and along the way he fell in love with Laura.
And we can certainly understand why he would fall in love with Laura.
Yeah.
And Ann, from what I understand, had a kind of a wild streak in her.
Yes, Ann was very wild, and she was very tough.
Yeah, kind of the polar opposite of Laura.
Yes.
She's a little bit scary, actually.
very, very scary, but it's also kind of how Ann grew up with her mama. Like the whole family was pretty scary.
Yeah. This all happened, for those who are not familiar with this area, in the Happy Valley, I guess the Ferguson area of Wilkes County.
Yes.
Along what's the creek that comes through there?
Elk
Creek.
Elk Creek.
Through Elk Creek. area, and talks about and shows you life in that time period and the community, which was very small but very, very close. They all worked together, helped each other. Their central part of the community was the store, where everybody would go and trade. That area was pretty torn in the Civil War, weren't they?
Yes. Coal store was where everybody gathered, and you had a bunch of good old boys back then. They was tough. They bartered and traded to live life. But yes, it was tough back in them days.
But there was those that were wanted to go off and fight for the Confederacy.
Yes.
There were those that wanted not to and were opposed to the war.
Yeah.
So there was some division in the
Definitely
community.
divided.
So Laura, what was the life like in your character?
So Laura lived with her father and her brother. Her mother died about 3 years before, and she did sewing. Her father was a sharecropper, and she also was a weaver. And her characters, she's a bit of a daydreamer, not unlike myself, probably. And she wants to fall in love. So she courted a little bit, but not found, the person that,
Right.
she's looking for.
Did Laura have any siblings?
Yes, she lives with her brother James, and her father.
Okay. And how old is James?
I think James is about 12.
Okay. And does Tom have siblings?
Yes, has 3 boys and 2 girls.
So as the play moves along, Tom comes back from the Civil War. Things have changed, and you meet Laura. And tell us about Ann at that point.
As I said before, when I was gone, Ann had to do what she had to do to survive. And so she married someone. His name was James Melton, which was well-to-do in that time. And so he took care of Ann Pearline. So James was taking care of Ann, got married to Ann. And when I come back from the war, I found that out. And I had sent letters home from the war to ask Ann to wait for me, and I would be back. And when she didn't do that, it hurt.
You're hurt. You meet Laura. Now Ann is married to James Melton. And tell me about Ann's reaction to the fact that you were courting Laura and probably wanting to marry her.
She was very jealous. Very jealous. I don't guess she knew if I was coming home or not. And again, Ann had to do what she had to do to survive. Her mother, Lottie, pushed her to marry James Melton as well, so she could be took care of. But when I met with Laura, if something different about Laura, she was innocent. She was kind. She really showed me kind of the meaning of love. Mm-hmm. And so I fell in love with Laura, and Ann got very jealous.
Tell me more about her interaction with you over Laura.
There was times that she was trying to get me back throughout the story. And then there was times that she was very upset with me, but more with Laura.
Why was she not getting your letters that you were sending? Just because of the Civil War?
No, because her mother stopped her from getting the letters.
Oh.
She would tear them up and throw them in the fire.
Well, that wasn't very kind, was it?
No.
She didn't like Tom Dooley, I don't think.
Okay.
She wanted Ann to have someone with more money, I guess. I don't know.
This story has been passed down since like 1865, I believe it.
65,
Right.
66,
Yeah.
yes.
So, gosh, what is that? That's 160 years ago. This play was written by Karen Reynolds,
Yes.
and she is a playmaker. And she did this play, wrote it, and produced on the Benton Hall stage in 2001. So this now, 25 years later, 2026, this is the 25th year of Tom Dooley, a Wilkes County Legend. What Karen's told me, this play has been done on the Benton Hall stage. It's been done at Fort Hamby Amphitheater there on the lake for 8 or 10 years. It's been done at the Ashe County Civic Center. It was done in Statesville at the high school auditorium down there, and 3 years here. And so it's had a lot of exposure. Karen also wrote a book that kind of goes along with what happened after the end of the play, and then, which is a very good book. Mm-hmm. And she's been interviewed and whatever with many people about this. So Karen grew up in that area, actually, and her father had a store there.
Right.
So very fitting that she would be the playwright. And I think Karen is in the play this year, isn't she?
She is.
And what character does she play?
She's
Mama Dooley.
Ma Dooley.
Ma Dooley.
Oh,
So she's your mother.
My mother. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I know Karen's played Mrs.
Coles.
Coles. Martha Coles.
Miss Coles,
In
yes.
the past. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So tell me more about yourself, Jeff, and how you got involved in theater before Tom Dooley.
Yeah. I got involved in theater in high school with the late Kathy Sebastian, which was a wonderful woman.
She was. I knew her.
A great person, a great drama teacher, a teacher of many things. She got me into theater about around my sophomore year. I kind of fell in love with it, fell in love with the art then. My senior year, we did a play called Scooter Thomas Makes It to the Top of the World that we done at the Pit at the Wilkes Community College. And it was kind of like a regional, there's a lot of shows going on then. It's kind of like regional competition for different schools and different arts. And we actually won that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I received Best Actor. Kathy Sebastian received Best Director. And then it was two people, and his name was Chad Reeves, and he received Honorable Mention. And so that led on, when we won that, we went to UNCG to perform there. And we didn't win there, but it was an honor to be a part of that.
Yes.
I won Honorable Mention at the state level, which was cool, which got me some recognition in the state. And then I went to School of the Arts for almost a year. After that, were you involved in theaters, or did you take a break from? I took a break. A lot of people know me in this community. I'm in recovery from substance use. So substance use played a key role in me losing the art and not doing it. So people may say I took a 25-year hiatus from acting. I thought it was something that I would never do again until about 4 years ago. And Karen Reynolds, which is one of the most creative minds, I think, in theater, in my opinion, she came to my place of work.
Sought you out.
on a Friday, and I had seen her. I went to the outdoor amphitheater to watch Tom Dooley, and we had talked about me getting back involved, and I just never thought I would. But she came to me and asked me to please help, and so that's when we was doing Dooley in theater at the McBride Auditorium. Yeah. And so she came on a Friday. I agreed on a Sunday. I come to rehearsal Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and showtime was Thursday.
Oh.
And so in that play, I played the character Jack Keaton. I don't know, without her extra push for me, that I would ever step back in it myself. So I'm very grateful for Karen for doing that, because I fell in love with it all over again.
I saw that play in Statesville, and I do remember the character you played. And you did a great job with that. And that was a great show.
It was.
That's a great auditorium.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the reason that was done in Statesville, for those who don't know, is actually Tom's trial was held in Statesville. They applied for a change of venue because they didn't feel like Tom would get a fair trial here in Wilkes County, so it was transferred down to Statesville. And a lot of people think that Tom was hung on the hanging tree there by the courthouse, but that's not true. He was hung at the train depot in Statesville, about a mile from the courthouse there. And Jill, how did you get involved in theater?
Gosh, since I was little, I first wanted to be a singer. I used to stand on the picnic table in the backyard and sing for the neighborhood kids.
Oh.
And then...
What was your favorite song to sing?
Oh, gosh. Top of the World.
That's good.
I don't know if you remember that one. But then I started doing theater when I was in second grade. I was in a play. I don't even remember the name of the play, but I was a butterfly, and my name was How About. So did plays all throughout. I also went to West High, and Kathy Sebastian was a huge influence on me as well.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
I loved
her to death. Yeah, she was great. I loved, you'd be in her English class, and in the last 10 minutes, she would do improv. And so she would just pick people out of the class, come up, and here's your scenario. It was a lot of fun. And then, let's see, I did theater here a lot afterwards. I went to the School of the Arts as well for a year, right out of high school. And then I took a year off, came back to college, went a year and a half here, and studied under Dave Reynolds, Bud Mays.
Oh, yeah.
Did lots of shows, in the Pit and the Walker Center. And then...
you mentioned Bud Mays. If you don't mind me interrupting.
No.
Tell us about Bud Mays.
Oh, he was just incredible director. And I'm good friends with his widow, Becky Shammy, now.
Yeah.
So I've known them, for probably 20, 25 years.
Right.
And I don't remember the year that Bud passed away, but he was definitely a legend.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. We're fortunate. I did plays with him and Becky.
Right.
But fortunate to know Bud Mays or to have worked for him.
Yes.
What a teacher.
So then, I decided I probably was not going to go to LA and be an actor. I probably needed to change my major. So I changed it to communications, finished out at Appalachian State, and continued to still do some theater. I actually did one of Karen's first iterations of Tom Dooley when it was done in the courthouse.
Yes.
And I was Ann Melton, and they stuck me in the jail, and people would come by and visit me. I remember my Uncle Larry coming by and saying, she's guilty, she's guilty. But, then I got married and had children, and I took probably 22 years off to work and raise kids, moved away, came back in 2010, and I started back 2 years ago. I did Steel Magnolias.
Yes.
I was Truvy in that.
That was a great play.
Yeah. First started out being the assistant director, and then we had somebody drop out. So I had 3 weeks to learn all those lines.
Yeah. You did a great job.
That was a great show.
You did a
Thank
great
you.
job.
I really
good
enjoyed
job.
that one.
I'm glad you're back in theater.
Me too.
We love having you being a part of that family. There's something special that goes on also during this production, and that is music by Magnolia Fire.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about Magnolia Fire, Jeff?
Yes, Magnolia Fire. People love Magnolia Fire. This is their 4th year of being a part of Dooley. Has a voice of an angel.
That's Carla. Carlsy.
Carlsy, yes, has a voice of an angel. Josh Myers does an amazing job on instruments and singing. Every year the feedback is people love the music.
Yeah, and that goes throughout the play.
Yes, throughout.
All the scene changes and even a little bit of introduction to some of the scenes.
Yes.
And he's in the play as well, right?
He is, yes.
Grayson?
Yes, Colonel Grayson.
And Josh and Carla play for about 30 minutes before the show. They take just a real quick break during intermission, but they're back on stage during intermission for those who want to listen to the music. And they also have CDs. So it's a great opportunity for to see some Wilkes County history, listen to some great bluegrass music, great voices, instruments. It's just it's a great experience. So this has been really a great time to hear about Tom Dooley. I don't want to talk too much about how the play ends. Some people probably know, but it's definitely something you want to come see. There's no hanging going on. There is the shadow of it, but there is no one getting hung. So I know that kind of frightens people. But that is truly what happened. Mm-hmm. And so there I went ahead and told her what I said it was. But with the music and that, it'll be in a historic building, Benton Hall, which was the old North Wilkesboro Elementary School, built in 1913. So it's a great experience, and I know the Playmakers are very proud of this. Karen's very proud of it. I think everybody in Wilkes County not so much proud about the story, but that is a legend now. The Kingston Trio wrote the song "Hang Down Your Head, Tom." It was Tom Dooley, but they changed it to Tom Dooley, I guess, just for musical reasons. And so that was in the 55, I think, somewhere along in there. And that really got the story out there to the world, actually. So we've had people from Europe come to this play, 20-some states, probably more than that. I mean, that's just some that we know, probably somebody from every state. It's amazing how many people follow that story and that legend. So,
well, it's amazing how popular it actually was at the time.
Yes.
Because the Herald Tribune picked it up. So it was a national sensation in 1866 and through 68.
Yeah. And the Tribune, Herald Tribune, was from where?
New York.
New York. Yeah.
I think it's one of the first things that got national headlines at that time.
I mean, you can imagine waiting for your paper every week to see what happened next, just like we do with our, our TV shows.
Yeah. From what I understand, that they didn't depict the people of that story very
nicely.
They did not.
They tried. So it was, they were demeaning of the people and their intelligence and the way they lived and lack of shoes and that kind of thing, because they were recovering from the Civil War. I mean, they just survived it.
Right.
And that was not really who the people were. But anyway, I think they all wanted it to be over and done because of that newspaper.
It's got a little bit of everything. Betrayal, jealousy, falling in love. Yeah, redemption.
It's a great story in many ways, but it's a sad story as well. Mm-hmm. But a great play. So I hope people will come out to see that.
And the cast that we have this year, not that past years, they were great as well, but there's something about this cast that you can already see the magic happening.
They said even on the first night of rehearsal, it was like magic. Jeff, when can everybody see this great show?
July 24th through 27th, which is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then the following week, the 31st of July through August 3rd, again, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday.
And the Sundays are matinees, is that right?
Sundays are matinee, yes.
Yeah, and those performances are at
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. It's been such a pleasure having you folks here today. And so Jeff and Jill, wish you the best. I'm not going to say anything but break a leg.
I was going to say, where are you going with that, Steve?
with this. And I know everybody's excited to see the final production. And I've seen pieces of it already, and the set looks great, and you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
So thanks again for taking time. Is there any last thing you want to tell us?
I want to thank the Life of Wilkes for highlighting Tom Dooley in its 25th year. I encourage everyone to come and see it. Again, it is going to be a magical show. The cast this year is unique and amazing.
Ditto to that for sure. So come and see who you think done it.
And you know, to this day, nobody knows.
Right.
Everybody has their thoughts on who it was, but it's never been proven.
But I think we're going to let the audience vote this year on who they think.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you for spending time with us on Life in Wilkes. We value you as a viewer and appreciate when you share the show with your friends and family. Be sure to bookmark our channel and join us again on the next episode of Life in Wilkes.